23rd seminar in a row. My mom, Helou, is the queen of unit sales starting when I was 5 years old. And I have been coming to seminar every year ever since because she was the queen for 7 straight years. I stood next to that throne as a 5-year-old and I stood next to it again last night. So I have to congratulate our beautiful, beautiful queen, Denton, Christine, and her amazing Fearless Dreamers unit. I was proud to stand next to the throne to celebrate you, Christine, and I was so, so proud, even more to be her friend. Christine and Robert and Brent and I had dinner together, a double date on the top sales director trip in Beverly Hills, and had a fun night out on the town in Los Angeles, and I just can't wait to be lifelong friends and travel the world together. So congratulations to the amazing Fearless Dreamers and Christine. And I also want to congratulate Stacy and the Unstoppables. They are just truly inspiring to me. Stood next to the throne when Stacy was on the queen, Stacy was the queen last year, and it was just truly, again, so inspiring to watch her surf with her husband and the rhinos in Hawaii. She is fearless, she is unstoppable, and I'm so, so blessed to be sandwiched between those $2 million units in the $1 million circle of excellence. So thank you and congratulations to the Stacy family. I just have to say a couple quick more things before we jump in. I think our Mary Kay staff is the best staff on planet Earth. The edible fruit bouquets, the posters, the handwritten notes, the voicemails of encouragement, the gifts that I received from the Emerald Sales Development staff and from Tracy, BC. And so, honestly, without all of those little things, you know, as women, it's the little things that make the biggest difference. I was taking photos of every single one of the little things I got all year long and plastering it out on Facebook because I was so proud to be a part of Mary Kay, where the staff cares genuinely about my success and the success of my unit. So thank you to the Mary Kay staff for believing in us. To my $1 million babies, the Joyful Noise unit. I love you guys with all of my heart. I know that this has been a journey that we've been on together. And there were a lot of times where even Mama didn't believe, had moments of doubt. But you smacked me in the face and said, we're doing this. And I just thank you so much for giving me the belief that sometimes I couldn't find. It was there, but it was deep. And so thank you so much. You guys mean the world to me. You're the most joyful, noisy, amazing group of women. I pray for women that display the fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. That is you, all the way. And my family. My family is my heart. I love you guys so much. They littered my whole house with $1 million goal posters in May. Because they always have believed in me, never doubted me for 1 second. To my recruiter, my director, my national sales director, and my mom. I literally would not be here without you. Husband right now, but Cheeto. Oh, Cheeto's sitting next to Rob. I love you so much, honey. Thank you for just being my biggest supporter and biggest cheerleader. Some mornings when I was lounging around drinking my Starbucks a little too long, he was always the one to come in the bedroom and say, "You gotta get after your goal today, Jordan. Get up." So thank you, honey. I love you. Well, on the top sales director trip this past year, you guys, I was starry-eyed the whole time. It was a lot of glitz, it was a lot of glamour, and you know, that was truly a dream come true for me. It was one of my biggest ever Mary Kay dreams come true, was attending that top sales director trip. And this seminar is called Dare to Dream. And I fear to think where I would be standing today had I not dared to dream that I could attend one of those top sales director trips because of the women that I met and got to develop relationships with on that amazing trip. And it was so amazing. I'm going to give you a good clue into my personality type though right now. When I came home to share my highlights of the amazing 10 days we spent in Los Angeles, Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive, DeBreach, Beverly Wilshire. You know the pretty women? Breach, Bev, Will, on the pizza box. We stayed there. Color me happy. There's a sofa in here for two. I mean, it was incredible. It was incredible. And then we went on to the Four Seasons in Maui, Hawaii. And the company, again, that amazing staff, not only treated me, but they also treated my husband. And that was the trip of a lifetime for us. And it wasn't, though, when I went to go over with my mom, the highlights of my trip, it wasn't the helicopter ride we took over Maui. Oh my gosh. Amazing. God's beautiful, lush, green vegetation, the mountains, the deep blue ocean waters. It was spectacular. It wasn't even seeing George Clooney, which I did. But it was the business meeting that we had on the top sales director trip at the Four Seasons that really stuck with me after the 10 days of vacationing. And like I said, maybe that's an unfortunate defect in my personality. But really, that business meeting was so special to me because I was enthralled by the $1 million sales directors. I was seated right behind them as an $800,000 prestige director, and I was staring at the back of their heads and their seat covers the entire time, looking at those green seat covers that said $1 million director. And it was like, I was listening to what they were saying, but more than that, I was just like staring at that seat cover and having a dream. Have you just like sat this seminar and stared at anything, having a dream? You're laughing because you have. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you have. You know, I have a new dream. And my new dream is to become a Mary Kay National Sales Director. Yeah! But I have to let you in on a secret. I don't see myself yet as a Mary Kay National Sales Director. But I didn't see myself as a $1 million sales director either. Until I stepped out in faith and said, Lord, whatever it is that you want to do through me, let's do. I'm willing, I'm here, I'm available to you, and I'm going to get up, get out, get dressed, and do my job. I just want to encourage you to do the exact same thing because I came in to that incredible arena, this incredible arena on day one, looking at my name badge to find my chair, and wouldn't you know, on that seat was a green $1 million chair. A couple of years ago, basically 2.5 by now, I was going to put my Mary Kay business down and quit. And I think that's important for you to know. Because I was driving a pink Cadillac, I had a beautiful brand new offspring sales director, and I was in the $350,000 circle of achievement. And on awards night, just like last night, I smiled and floated down the stairs that I had on a beautiful gown, and you would have thought that truly I loved my life. But I knew I was living below the potential that God had placed inside of me. When I looked in the mirror, into my own eyes in those quiet moments when you're just fresh out of the shower and blow drying and putting on your makeup and you're face to face, real with yourself in those quiet times, when you're living below your potential and you know it, your soul does not buy into any of the excuses that you tell yourself. And it doesn't buy into any of the excuses you tell other people. My ambition had turned to frustration. Ambition and frustration have the same root. It's just that dreams unfulfilled become frustrations. And so we are doing ourselves the biggest disservice of all by not daring to dream and being willing to do the work and take those steps of faith to see our dreams come true. I want to give you a piece of advice this morning. Don't go into the dangerous neighborhood called your own head by yourself. That is a scary place. It's something my mom always told me as a little kid. And when you're struggling, when you're frustrated, when that ambition is welling up inside of you, and it's turning to frustration because you're not seeing your dreams come to fruition,
fruition or not living up to the potential you know is inside of you, reach up to somebody who believes in your dream. I loved how our #1 NSD said, don't talk to those basement people. Speak only to the balcony people who believe in your dream and want to see you living in your vision.
Yeah!
Do you know what I am most excited about our 50th anniversary year? I have this feeling, I don't know about you, but I've had this feeling the entire time we've been at seminar that this 50th anniversary Bold for Gold year is going to be limitless. I feel like we have no boundaries on our opportunity right now. We have no boundaries in who we can connect with, do we? Because of social media, the internet, our cell phones, the people who are people are wanting to be social today. They're out gathering. That's why the Starbucks culture is what it is today. People want to be seen. They want to meet and greet. They want to know and be known. They want to feel significant. They want someone to make them feel important. Do you know any visionary leader who taught people to make others feel important? We have no boundaries in our future in Mary Kay because our company is global. I had the privilege of speaking to the Mary Kay sales directors in Malaysia 2 weeks ago. It was one of the highlights of my career. It was amazing to see those women carrying on the legacy and future of Mary Kay all the way in the Asia Pacific. There are no limits to what you can do. You can build an international business with Mary Kay without ever spending a dime for an international business degree. How does that make you feel? You can do it with a $100 starter kit. Really, where can your mind take you? And where are your hands and feet? What are your hands and feet willing to do in order to get you from here to there? Your income potential is completely limitless in Mary Kay. You know what? Mary Kay will always pay you equal to your ambition. And that was one of her goals when she started this amazing company. Even as a brand new beauty consultant here at Seminar, maybe you can't see yourself as a Mary Kay sales director, but do you realize that you can literally double your money at any time you choose by getting out there and introducing people to our fabulous, amazing product line? What other kind of investment can you have that sort of return in such a short amount of time? Banks? Gold? Silver? I mean, real estate? Right now? Really? Not in my town. Honestly, you tell me. I think the safest bet of all is investing in women wanting to feel beautiful. How about you? You know, your legacy is limitless in Mary Kay. I don't know if Mary Kay Ash, looking down from heaven, would even have ever been able to believe the legacy that she has created with all of us. Mary Kay impacted me so much. Just from my mom saying yes to the Mary Kay opportunity has totally shaped the woman that I am today. It's going to shape future generations of women as my unit and I continue to pass this on. And you know what's so amazing is God brought us this little group of children from Uganda, Africa. And you know, my Mary Kay training was the only reason I ever dared to dream to start a nonprofit to be able to serve and feed and clothe and shelter and educate these children who otherwise might not have any hope. And if it wasn't for my mom's Mary Kay business and this opportunity and the legacy that lives on through our culture as a company, I don't know that I would have ever dared to dream that something like that was possible for me, little old me from Toledo, Ohio. I pray that one day one of the little girls or the boys in Uganda will become a doctor or will become a community